This is news on WhatsApp Caribbean for Thursday, January 8th, 2015. Thanks for joining us. In the headlines, Barbados Prime Minister Lords returning visitors, Cuba releases dissidents from prison, and new initiative to propel the agricultural sector. In sports, Lassit Malinga included in Sri Lanka's World Cup 15 subject to fitness. The details of these and other stories straight ahead. The news is coming to you. Compliments, Carib Fire Studios.
Turbo charge. Dirty life. Turbo charge. Boom. The fed start. The place mad. One flash of rum. My head gone. Fall in the fed like raindrops. So when I lead, you follow me. Lord. As I reach the fed, I jump it up. Any girl I hold, I walk it on. Don't come and tell me the party done, cause I come in here to play bass. Cause right now me, turbo, boom, charge. Right now me, turbo, charge. Right now me, turbo.
In the news, Barbados Prime Minister Frondell Stewart is happy that visitors continue to choose the country as their choice of destination for holidays and business, and he's ensuring them that the country will remain a safe place. The Prime Minister's comments last evening during a reception for long-standing visitors at his official residence at Lara Court. He told the visitors that choosing Barbados as their destination was a wise decision, citing that they were in the best place.
You are the best place. You could have been in Baghdad, you could have been in Damascus, and horrible to relate, you might even have been in Paris tonight. Mercifully, we in this part of the world have managed to maintain the Caribbean as a zone of peace, and many of the perils which are now fairly routinized in other parts of the world, we have managed to keep at bay. Now that is not a boast. It is just my way of saying that we cannot take these things for granted. We have to continue to work as hard as possible to ensure that the Caribbean remains a zone of peace, and certainly as long as I am Prime Minister of Barbados, that will be my commitment.
That was Barbados Prime Minister Frondell Stewart. Cuba released 3 detainees on Wednesday in a sign that it is fulfilling an agreement to free a list of 53 people the U.S. regards as political prisoners as part of a thaw in relations between the two nations. The government freed 19-year-old twin brothers Diango Vargas Martin and Bianco Vargas Martin on Wednesday afternoon, opposition activists has revealed. The pair were arrested in December 2012 and sentenced to 30 months in jail for disorderly conduct and threatening a state official. Dissidents say that a third man, Enrique, was also freed. All 3 were members of the opposition Patriotic Union of Cuba. Still in news, renewed hope for the region's agricultural sector is on the horizon with the imminent announcement of a global initiative to transform the Caribbean's food and beverage industry. The U.S.-based Global Business Innovation Corporation, that's a GBIC, comprising business partners from the United States, the Caribbean and Brazil, will launch the Caribbean Food Business Innovation Revolution in Port-of-Spain, Trinidad next week. GBIC Director and spokesperson for the initiative, Dr. Basil Springer, says the GBIC is proposing that the industry embrace a year-round export-driven thrust to complement the gains already achieved through other initiatives. Haiti's ambassador has accused the Dominican Republic's press of inciting confrontation between the two nations and denied the kidnapping of a Dominican consulate staff. He called relations between the Hispaniola neighbors good, but affirmed that local media seek to drown in a glass of water with articles and news reports that he affirms aren't objective. The diplomat also defended the project at Puerto Plata, where houses are being built for undocumented Haitians, and said most of those people benefited will have their documents. He said Dominicans will always try to protest when they see that aid is being provided to illegal aliens. That was a look at news. Up next, a look at sports.
The Giant has awakened. On Sunday, January 11th at 8 p.m., the 10th Annual Barbados Music Awards, hosted by Hollywood megastar Boris Kojo. And from right here in beautiful Barbados, it's your boy Kirk Brown. It's going down at the Lloyd Erskine Standiford Center, featuring performances by the Road March Kings, led by Ben Saddis, Sweet Soca Monarch, Biggie Irie, Party Monarch winner, Cord, Biggity Crop Monarch, Ian Webster. Also featuring Donella, Dwayne Antonio, Lorianne, Gospel Songbird, Nisha Woods, Mr. Dale, and a galaxy of Barbadian megastars with headline act American R&B legend herself and one of the greatest singers of all time, Shirley Murdoch. Early bird tickets at $50 Barbados dollars general and $125 VIP. Now available at Rubis Service Station Wilding and Digital Plus, Lanterns Mall and Colonnade Mall while stocks last. This is the event you do not want to miss. Event sponsored by the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Prestige Public Relations, Bruto Group, Starcom Network, Atlantis Submarine, Sonia Noel, the Caribbean Media Corporation, and Gold Coast Records Incorporated. The Barbados Music Awards is back. Be there.
In sports, Lasith Malinga has been included in Sri Lanka's World Cup 15 subject to fitness. Sri Lanka named an almost identical squad to the one that will play an ODI series in New Zealand later this month. The exception is fast bowler Shaminda Iranga, who has been left out. More in this ESPN report.
Sri Lanka will be sweating on the fitness of fast bowler Lasith Malinga for the 2015 World Cup, but have included him in their 15-man squad announced on Wednesday. Malinga missed Sri Lanka's tour of India in September and England's tour of Sri Lanka in December after having surgery on his problematic left ankle. The round arm rocket will have a chance to prove his fitness in the final 2 matches of Sri Lanka's ODI series against New Zealand. If he's unfit in the lead-up to their World Cup curtain raiser versus New Zealand, Shaminda Iranga, who is in the squad for the 7-game ODI series with the Kiwis, could replace him in the squad under the ICC guidelines.
Still in cricket, all-rounder Andre Russell is aiming big as he suits up for West Indies team against South Africa in the upcoming 3-match T20 International Series. The 26-year-old believes that he has a key role to play in the team and also spoke about his training routines, his improved speed and accuracy with the ball, and recent good all-round form in the local league in South Africa. The 2 teams will meet in the series opener on Friday at the same venue. The first ball is at 6 p.m. That's 12 noon Eastern Caribbean time, 11 a.m. Jamaica time. Russell spoke to WICB Media after yesterday's session.
Playing in the Ram Slam was a good experience, and I surely have some good time playing on these wickets, so I just hope I can contribute big for the team, bowling and batting on these type of wickets, because I was here a month ago, so I'm accustomed to the conditions and stuff. I'm just going to be Andre Russell, put 100% out on the field, and then when I get my chance to bowl, I come, do the simple things, get the job done, then contribute big with the bat as usual. It's going to be a good contest, and I think I'm ready and I'm up for it.
That was all-rounder Andre Russell bringing on the curtains in sports. Up next, a recap of your headlines.
Turbo charge. Dirty life. Turbo charge. Boom. The fed start. The place mad. One flash of rum. My head gone. Fall in the fed like raindrops. So when I lead, you follow me. Lord, as I reach the fed, I jump it up. Any girl I hold, I walk it on. Don't come and tell me the party done, cause I come in here to play bass. Cause right now me, turbo, boom, charge. Right now me, turbo, charge. Right now me, turbo.
Recapping the headlines making news. Barbados Prime Minister, the Honorable Frondel Stuart Lords, returning visitors. Cuba releases dissidents from prison. And a new initiative to propel the agricultural sector in the region. And in sports, Lasith Malinga included in Sri Lanka's World Cup 15 subject to fitness. Remember, for the latest in news, sports and other developments in the region, log on to whatsupcaribbean.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This has been a Carib Fire production. Until then, Deanne Roberts, thanks for joining us.